Hello everyone, welcome to this lecture on Facets of Data. So in this lecture we are going to discuss different types of data and characteristics of the data and structure of the data that data scientists work with to explore the data. So the data is usually categorized according to the structure and some of the characteristics of the data we use. And there are three types of data. We have structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. Structured data usually contains a specific format, for example SQL tables, which are having rows and columns in it, and we have easy to work with queries for utilizing the data. And when we have large amounts of data, we may have data from several sources, including text data and maybe other form of data, which will be collected, and then we do some processing to convert the data into structure format. So that will be done by the database developers in this scenario. So it provides easy way to manage the data and process the data. For example, relational database systems like Oracle, MySQL provides this kind of relational tables that data scientists work with. And we have other type of data, that is semi-structured data. This does not reside in a relational database, but has some formatting styles and some properties to organize the data. For example, JSON, XML, and CSV files. So JSON follows key value pairs of format, and XML we store key elements using user-defined tags and all. Yes, in CSV files we store comma separated values which will be used for analysis. So this type of data is used for some processing. So these are called semi-structured data, because there is some kind of formatting but not fully structured, so and not fully unstructured. So we call this as a semi-structured data format. And then we have unstructured data format. So unstructured data usually collected in the form of textual data or multimedia content, including video, audio files, images, etc. And these data do not fit into tables. We can store in the form of objects or something. So for example, emails that contains message, word processing documents, text processing documents, videos, photos, social media posts, all these are examples of unstructured data. And these are difficult to retrieve, and we use some API to collect the data, and then we convert them transform them into a particular uh, variable. For example, the natural language collected from a particular data source may be specific to a particular company or customer. So, and the linguistic elements also uh, may be different depending upon the natural language. So it may be of English language following the grammatical structure, or maybe French or Japanese. So this requires challenging process to work with the data. It requires a lot of linguistic knowledge as well as data science knowledge to work with the data. And we involve techniques like entity recognition, relation detection, and then topic detection, text summarization, and so on, and text generation and sentiment analysis and other tasks. And we have machine generated data using sensors or satellite imagery We use data generated from satellites, sensors, and cameras, and so on, surveillance cameras, and so on. And video also collected from surveillance camera or other video recording apps. So these data, machine generated data, will be used for analysis purpose and to do some processing. We have graph-based data to identify interesting relationships between various elements or various objects. So we usually represent this graph-based data in the form of nodes and links, and we may also attach tags or some labels to define the relationship between data. So it represents complex relationships, and we can identify how many objects are involved in a particular relationship, or what is the similarity between one object and the other object, so we can easily identify that. Also we can find a group of items interested in a product, group of items that can be used for marketing, or group of customers who will be interested in a particular product, so that can be analyzed. Social media data, for example, social network having lots of users can be modeled as a graph-based network that shows who are all closest friends, who are all having who are not having interest in communication. So that can be identified by using social network analysis. uh, so the next is audio, video, image data. So we can also work with a huge amount of audio, video, image, but working with this kind of data may be challenging due to the storage issue. So we need GPU processing power or huge computational power like quantum computing power to work with a huge amount of data. For example, Major League Baseball advanced media captures approximately 7 TB of terabyte of video per game for live and in-game analytics. So this requires more computationally intensive analysis and data mining. So we can also work with the stream data, which are generated from RSS news feeds or YouTube streaming data, that or maybe from logs collected from several websites. We can also use online gaming activity and social media trends to work with this kind of data. So that's all. So in this lecture we have discussed uh, three types of data, which include structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So these are the three major dimensions of data in data science techniques. Thank you all.